Hi everyone, it's Will here. I've heard that the world of computers is really big.
Hi, it's Emma here. Let's have fun today.
Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to MINPRO. Today, we are going to talk about information services.
MINPRO.
Information services are like YouTube, right?
Aren't internet shops like Amazon and Rakuten information services too?
The internet and mobile devices were already around when you were born, so the internet might be like air to you. This internet environment was created more than 30 years ago. Let's look at history to see what it was like when the internet was started.
It's like a social studies class.
Learning about history is fun. I like it.
Internet for commercial use started in the United States in 1988. The first service was sending emails and files.
That's it? Wasn't there any Google?
Google didn't appear until 10 years later, in 1998. Websites and browsers were first created in 1990.
Oh, so there weren't any websites in the beginning.
Well, most people didn't even have personal computers in those days. The Windows 95 software was released in 1995. That's when companies started using personal computers. In Japan, people still used landline telephones to make calls in those days. Personal computer communication involved only sending and receiving simple chats, emails, and files. The phone bills were costly, so you were connected for a long time. It would cost tens of thousands of yen.
So you couldn't surf the internet then?
Around then, Amazon started in the United States as an online bookstore.
Amazon was a bookstore first.
About 5 years later, in around 2000, cheaper and faster communication services became available even in Japan. Gradually, people could use their personal computers to connect to the internet and view websites from around the world.
So they could finally search on Google. What about YouTube?
YouTube started around 2005. This is when internet use really started to take off.
That's because they could use both their personal computer and smartphone, right?
Mobile phones weren't smartphones yet. They were phones with buttons, called feature phones.
There are so many exciting points in your story. I've never heard of a feature phone.
Amazon opened for business in Japan at the end of 2000. In 2001, they opened up their music, DVD, software, and game shops. All sorts of shops opened, making it fun to shop on the internet. Around 2007, inexpensive personal computers were introduced just for using the internet, so even more people started using the internet. Then, in 2008, the iPhone was released. As you might know, the iPhone is a smartphone that combines a mobile phone with a personal computer. It's an outstanding device that provides a phone, email service, browser, camera, music player, and a GPS map display and navigator. A variety of apps that the users can select and use freely are also available. All of these fit into a pocket, so the iPhone became a top-rated product worldwide. Similar smartphones were released by many companies after that, bringing us to the mobile age. This is about the time that you fifth graders were born.
I don't remember when I was a baby.
The iPad was released in 2010. The computer became approachable to regular people in the form of personal computers, tablets, and smartphones. Gaming devices were no longer just for gaming. You could connect to the internet to view websites and watch videos. The first mobile gaming device that could be connected to the internet and browse the web was the PSP. The Nintendo DS was soon equipped with those functions. In this way, people, regardless of their occupation, gender, or age, can use the internet environment and enjoy a rich life.
I think I played with a 3DS when I was in kindergarten. I didn't know about the internet, though.
You might have used the internet without knowing it. Like buying and downloading software or playing with your friends over the internet. You both probably know the internet after this stage. The internet started slow, then got faster, and now it's evolving at a swift pace. Next, let's talk about communication and servers, the technology that supports the internet.
MINPRO.
My dad said that our house uses optical communication for our television and the internet.
My house has Wi-Fi.
There are two types of communication, wired and wireless. Usually, wired communication, like fiber optic cables, is used between the communication station and houses and stores. Wireless communication, like Wi-Fi or 4G, 5G radio waves, is used for the computer or smartphone beyond that. Do you know what the communication connecting Japan with foreign countries is called?
Is it space communication using man-made satellites?
Aren't BS and CS broadcasts on the television sent from man-made satellites?
Wireless communication using man-made satellites is suitable for distributing over a wide area, such as broadcasting. However, the broadcast is one direction. Communication to connect with foreign countries needs bidirectional communication. Submarine fiber optic cables are used for this purpose. At the bottom of the Pacific Ocean between Japan and the United States, there are cables that are 9,000 kilometers long. The communication speed is 60 terabits per second. 37 million copies of newspapers from all over Japan can be sent in 5 seconds.
Cool. That's amazing.
These cables handle 99% of communication with foreign countries.
That's the most important communication, isn't it?
That's right. The other party of this communication is the computer server. Server means a device that provides a service. The internet has various services. YouTube and internet shopping that you mentioned in the very beginning are also services. The computers that realize these services are called servers. These computers are divided by their tasks, such as file server, mail server, web server, and database server. This is the distributed processing method we talked about in Chapter 8. The internet has a computer called the cloud.
A cloud, like in the sky?
With a computer, there is a hardware device in front of you. The software runs inside it, and the results appear on the screen. However, the same thing can be done by connecting many computers to the internet. The software is run on one of the connected computers, and the results are returned over the internet. In other words, even though the state inside the internet doesn't have a shape, like a cloud, the software runs properly, and results are produced. That's why it is called a cloud.
That's awfully casual.
It's a little worrisome.
Actually, it's the other way around. There are many good things for the user. For example, if the personal computer in front of you breaks, you can't use it until it's repaired.
Of course.
With the cloud, many computers are connected over the internet. One of the computers is used for the server, but it's not necessarily one specific computer. If the computer being used breaks, the operation automatically switches to another computer, and the server keeps working.
That's convenient. Plus, you don't have to buy your own computer.
Amazon is very famous for this cloud service. There are many more, including Google, Microsoft, IBM, and Fujitsu.
It sounds like Amazon does everything.
Of course. They are GAFA.
What's that?
GAFA is an abbreviation for 4 very large and influential companies in the computer world. They are Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Apple. In some parts of the world, Microsoft is also included, and they are called GAFAM or the Big Five. Okay, Let's take a look at the different types of internet services. There are a variety of internet information services. YouTube, which you use a lot, is a video streaming service. Instagram delivers photos and comments to the whole world.
It's sent to an unspecified number of people, right? Anyone can have a look.
When sending out comments, Twitter reaches the entire world. That's why it is powerful in spreading information, and a comment can go viral.
We have to be careful with private photos and comments, don't we?
That's right. When looking at things you like, it's easy to forget that the whole world is there. Internet services often deal with the whole world, so you have to be careful when choosing what you will use. For limited chats, Facebook Messenger or Snapchat group chat might be a good idea.
My mom and her friends use Facebook to communicate, but I don't have a smartphone.
You can chat on a gaming device.
Many people start using a smartphone when they enter junior high school. Make sure you learn how to use it properly then. The internet has made shopping easy. With internet shops, you don't have to go to the actual shop to buy things from around the world. The shop is on the internet, and the products are at some warehouse. Delivery people are required to deliver the ordered products. A method to pay money is also needed.
It's different from an actual shop where we pay money and receive the goods.
Electronic payments are used. You use your credit card number to pay the store with the money deposited in your bank account.
My teacher said there are some fake shops, so we have to be careful not to get scammed.
That's true. Some shops tell lies in various ways, so it's essential to know how to identify suspicious shops. You also need to be careful so that your personal information and cash card's PIN don't get stolen.
I wonder if my dad knows about that.
It might be good to ask him. There are also online gaming services.
I know. Fortnite. And Minecraft.
You can play Animal Crossing online too. I can invite all my friends and play.
Many games are designed so you can play with your friends. Now a genre of sports called esports is becoming popular around the world.
Many kids in my class say they want to become YouTubers or professional esports players.
How about you, Will?
I don't want to make a job out of playing. Even my mom said I shouldn't.
Really, I'm surprised.
Jobs involving the internet and gaming are popular. I think in the future, there will be even more types of jobs. The most commonly used service might be searching. Thanks to Google, several years ago, people started saying Google it to mean searching.
We use tags to search on YouTube.
Words with a # are called hashtags. We perform searches using those as keywords. Google's mission is to organize information from around the world and make it accessible and usable by people everywhere. We can now store and retrieve vast amounts of information outside of our own minds, using computers and the internet. This is called external memory. The amount of information, the time it takes to search, the variety, and the convenience are incomparable to how we search through books.
So does that mean we won't have books from now on?
No, books are designed to leave memories in your head. We spend several hours or days reading through hundreds of pages of text, so it is easy to understand and remember what is written. The atmosphere where you are reading and the motion of turning the pages also help you remember.
I remember better when I'm reading quietly in the library.
I think if you read slowly in a place where you can relax, it's easier to remember what you've read.
For me, it's comic books. I can remember the contents no matter where I read them.
I bet other than that, you forget the content no matter where you read it.
External memory, including books, is a mountain of knowledge that we humans have collected from long ago. In this way, internet services have become indispensable to our lives. However, knowing how the services are created can make a big difference in the value you receive and the potential dangers. Just using an app isn't good enough. You need to learn how it works and how to use it smartly.
We ended up talking about studying again.
We've been talking about learning from the start.
You have been living in a sea of information since you were born, so I hope you'll learn how to swim through it nicely. In our next session, we'll talk about the future of computer society. I hope you'll join us.
Bye bye.
See you again.